A conviction framework really means that after you've wrote out a script, and after you've memorized the script, and after you've practiced the script 1,000 times, 1,000 hours with 1,000 people, some people are immediately successful doing it right away, while other people using the exact same script, the exact same format, the exact same sequence will not sell or will not close anything at all. And the one reason why it's different is because how they say it. Okay. So what that means is you've perfected those routines. You've perfected those scripts. You've perfected those processes and those words. But 90% of the time, it is not enough to have a perfect process, a perfect script, a perfect sequence. It is not enough. 90% of the time. Everybody understand that? Say 90%. Say it in your mind. Say it in your head. Say 90% of the time, it is not enough to have a perfect script. 10% of the time, 1 out of 10 sales is only because the way that you say it. The way that you say it is limited only to the conviction in which you believe it. One out of 10 sales goes through because you're convicted of the sale. You're convicted of helping them get out of their problem into their solution, and that it is more value to do it than not to do it. There is more value in us solving your problem than you keeping the routine the way it was without us. If she continues to do what she did, she's got $500 at a time and maybe $15,000 in sales over 8 months. So take 8 months and just double it, right? So she's going to get a $30,000 a year if she keeps doing the way that she's currently doing it. At best, she's going to make a $30,000 a year. And she's still sitting there 7 hours a day, 35 hours a week, making 100% of her phone calls for $30,000. Does that sound like an entrepreneur that is a business person that's going to make it to 200? Everybody can unmute. Everybody can unmute and can talk.
Hell no.
Okay. So what we already will know is if she continues to buy 10 leads at a time or $500 worth of leads at a time and keeps playing that game, she will still take that $500 worth of leads at a time and still do 35 hours of dialing and still get only to $15,000 to $30,000 in net sales. Okay. So look at it from a large framework. 35 hours of dialing, and in order to get 15,000 in sales, that's one sale a month, right? So just it's 15,000. You know what I mean? Just divide that by 10 months. That's one $1,500 policy a month. So she's dialing 35 hours a day, 4 days a week. That's 70. That's 140 hours to sell one policy. She's trading 140 hours to sell one policy and still paying money to sell. She spent $500 to make a $1,500 policy and gave away 140 free hours of labor. Y'all see the disaster in this?
Yes.
Everybody can unmute. Everybody can participate in this.
Yes.
Okay. So when we reframe that to, I will give you back 140 hours, even if I give her reasonably shitty leads and she's going to have to work the lead, as long as I'm giving her back those 140 hours to just make appointments, 140 appointments, what do you think she's going to close in 140 appointments?
I don't know, 20
If her
plus
appointment cost her $1,000 and I give her 140 of them, as long as she sells like 2 appointments, she's getting her money back. Did I lose anybody on that?
No, I think you're going to be changing. We are going to be changing a lot of people's lives.
So when I'm grabbing this conviction inside of me and sharing it with whoever's on the other line, my conviction is coming deeply rooted in the place. That 10% conviction is coming from the place that I already know they hate dialing 140 hours a week to make 1 sale a month. I know they hate it. I know it's miserable. I know it's not profitable. I know it's not sustainable. So my conviction is deeply rooted in the fact that if I can get you making 1 sale a week, you're 400% better than you're doing. So if I can get you 30 appointments within $1,500, yeah, it does have a higher cost, but the value of closing $6,000 in appointments for $1,500 of cost, your value to cost is so much better that you would be an idiot not to do this immediately. You'd be stupid to say no to $6,000 of sales for a $2,000 budget.
Correct.
And as soon as you understand that, and as soon as it becomes so perfectly clear to you that she's making a $1,500 sale, and if she can make 1 a day off of 30 appointments, she's making 5 to 6 sales a week. 5 times 1,500. $6,500. Yeah, it does cost $2,000, but any business owner that is a 1099 entrepreneur in the life insurance space knows you got to spend money to get appointments to sell. There is a balance. There is a ratio. I buy this many leads. I make this many sales. It's sustainable. So if we're trading $2,000 budget for $6,000 sales, she's got $4,000 new dollars in her pocket every week. Somebody do the math. $4,000 a week, 52 weeks a year. I know that's 200 grand. I know it's 200 grand. I know I got her to her freedom the first month that we launch her. I just need her to see the value in it. I know it works. I just need her to agree that that value is worth the risk to jump for the first month. But when you absolutely believe that that value is there, to take $2,000 and get them 4,000 new dollars. But I say it like this in my mind: if I can get you to a lifestyle of $2,000 budget, I can get you to $200,000 in sales, net sales annual. Say those words out loud, everybody. If I can get you to commit to a $2,000 weekly budget, I can get you to have a $200,000 net profit in new sales. And I can do that where 100% of your time is spent on appointments and 0 time on cold calling, dialing, prospecting, vetting, qualifying, engaging, and responding. We've eliminated all the things that you hate doing on your free time and replaced it with appointments. We've eliminated going to other people to supply your leads, to building your own leads within yourself. The reason why I'm so convicted on this and why I need you to find this conviction level for yourselves is because Sydney will have her own page with her own leads and her own following for the rest of her life. I mean, like, we help build it so that it's built correctly, but we're moving everything through her as an entity. She will own it. And unless she wants us to use ours, you know, and then just give it to her, done, you know. But we don't have to do it that way. If she wants her presence there, we just put an ad campaign inside of her page, and all of those leads run through her page. So if she 2 years from now walks away, she's still got all the leads that came to her page and moves her page on to the next stage in her life. We're not handcuffing not one life insurance agent to rely on us in the future. All those ads, all of those follows, all of those likes, all of those comments, all of those shares, all of those posts on that page stays with her in the future. We're giving life insurance agents back control of their lead generation systems. This is an industry disruptor. This is why I'm so passionate about it. Is I'm not telling you go to a website and buy $20 leads. I'm saying let's partner and build you a social media presence and have new leads come through your social media, and then we book them and qualify them for you on the back end. We're not talking about the same thing. What we do is infinitely better, which is where this passion, this drive comes from. Is because what I didn't have, I had to buy leads from other people, and I hated it because I knew as long as I have to buy leads from you, I depend on you. But if I can generate my own leads to come through me, I now rely on me.
Mm-hmm.
So if I build you your own and you rely on you, then I just assisted you building your own and to get it there with you. It's like you saying to me, I want to own a Ferrari. And I'm like, cool, let's go buy the pieces and I will sit in the garage with you and we will do the nuts and bolts and build you a Ferrari together. I'm literally right beside you, building you your value. That is totally different than me selling you a Ferrari at the dealership. That's conviction, guys.
Love it.
Okay. Here's how we focus on conviction over and over and over. We're going to have to really learn all the testimonials that have happened through this industry, that have happened through this process, through this strategy. Okay. These testimonials I've already included in the group chat. These are WooCenter testimonials. Soon we will have our own testimonials page inside of WFIG or Formula 100 to where it's exclusive testimonials from our team for Derek, right? This is a brand new campaign for Derek. So this is a brand new launch. So we've got, you know, a few testimonials so far. Sydney will actually be one of the new testimonials. And the other, Margaret, will be one of the testimonials. Derek will be one of the testimonials. Obviously, I could probably, you know, do a little testimonial. But as we make some of these checkpoints along the way, like we could say absolutely that Margaret right out of the gate, right? So she gave us one weekly budget. And the next week we turned around and gave her 20 appointments in her calendar in the first week. Now, if she makes one sale, she's made more money than it cost her out the week, and she's got 19 more appointments to make profit. That's how fast, that's how strong it works. Okay, so we'll get used to these testimonials over and over and over. Listen to them, have them in your memory bank, and use these testimonials as your stories when you're trying to overcome the objections. Okay. I want you to know on my end, as a human being, as Travis Pace, I plan to fix everything that is broken in our company. If we learn that there is a system, a product, a policy, anything that is absolutely broken, I am personally responsible for it being broken, and I will do everything I can to get me and my team to fix it. It's never the customer's fault. It's always mine. It will always be my problem, and I will build a team around me that we take ownership of our problems, and we roll up our sleeves and we correct them and we fix them. And then we implement the changes as fast as possible.
Now, these testimonials will be voice only, or will be like a printout that we can print out, or what would you suggest?
And video. I mean, we're going to have a YouTube page, and we're going to have a testimonial page on our website that'll just literally catalog all of it. So we'll have it in all forms. All of our testimonials will be in all forms. It'll be audio, video, and script. So whichever way you want to do it. Okay, so now we've finished.